too. So
Cool.
Is
it recording?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Hey guys. Hey, it's Kristen here. I just popped by James Lowen's office. He's a fantastic mortgage broker. So we're just sitting here having some chats because I had some clients ask me some questions about, what the difference is between using a conventional bank versus a mortgage broker. So I thought you could maybe put some insight into that.
Well, of course, we always see, first off, we have better coffee. It's probably one of the most common questions that we get. And the key thing to really know is that it's not choosing one or the other. What you're choosing is to say, do I want to go to a location where they have one option or a location where they can present 30 some odd options, right? And so I always kind of joke around, like, can I truthfully trust someone that only has one solution to know that that one solution is the best one for me?
Right.
And I really can't trust that, right? So I always think if I'm at dinner with my wife and a sommelier comes by and says, I would like some advice on what the best wine is. It's going to be white or red, sweet, dry, whatever. If they've only got one wine, I know which wine they're going to recommend. It's the only solution. Is that truthfully what I'm going to enjoy most or what I'm going to need?
No.
Right? I think you had some other good comments too around talking about like prices and rates. And I think that's really key for people to know that we probably work with your bank. If you're with, I worked at RBC for years. We worked with Scotia, with TD, and also lenders you've never heard of. So it's really, oftentimes we can get the banks to give us close to, if not like the exact same rate.
Okay.
So if that rate is the same, then what are the other factors? And people aren't mortgage experts, so you don't know what else to ask.
No.
And I don't want people to find out the hard way that there was some small terms in there, some restrictions on their mortgage that wasn't given to them up front.
Right.
So penalties could be much higher, or you can't port the mortgage. Right? People are moving every 3 to 3.5 years. So you don't want to find out that you can't do bridge financing or that it's been registered a certain way collaterally. So, we always make that joke, and we were chatting a little bit about that, is if your budget was 20 grand and you showed up to a car dealership, and said, okay, I got 20,000, well, there's going to be a motorcycle, a truck, a minivan, a mini, like all those things. And those are all the same price, but very different needs are going to be filled by that. I know myself and wife and 2 kids would not be so good on a dirt bike. So
you don't want a little sidecar?
No, as much fun as it would be. So that's really our key aspect is bringing that education. And we use a lender comparison to say, here's the top 4 or 5 different banks or lenders that we think are going to be good for you. Now, here's the rates, the payments, but here's all the other 9 to 11 different key factors that you should know.
Right. We
don't get paid any differently based on the lender that we recommend to you. And if I'm sitting across, I know when I was working at Royal Bank, I could never tell a client, here's why you should not use me, right? I would have got my ass fired real quick. Whereas we've got no issue to do that. If we're recommending or pushing a certain lender to you, it's because we earnestly think and believe that it's going to be best for you. So, that and the coffee.
Perfect. It's always good to have good coffee. Okay, cool. That was good. Now.